Okay, we are live with the Refresh Experience. I'm Helen Mitchell. I am the founder of the Refresh Experience, and this is my live today. I have been waiting for this. This has been my special live that I've been so excited. And today we have Chef Beee. And when you see her real name, do the doctor Natasha, blah, blah, blah. I really feel like she is my Chef Bee. So I want to introduce
Aww.
you to our community and everyone who is looking at this live today. So welcome, Chef Bee. I'm glad you're here.
Oh, thank you so
But
much,
do the
Helen.
full doctor, blah, blah, blah. Give
Oh,
us the full rundown.
you want me to brag a little bit. Is
I
that
do
what's
want
going
you
on?
darn right. Yes, ma'am.
You want me to brag. Look
I
at
want you to
yeah.
brag.
All right, so I'll do some bragging. That's not my style, but I'll do it. So
Well,
I
they need to
am,
know who you are.
yeah, they do. I'm Dr. Natasha Brewley, MBA, holistic health coach, PhD, all of that good stuff. I am the owner, founder of Inyansapo Wellness Institute. And our company is all about helping people to shift from old habits, old mindsets to new habits, new mindsets, healthy eating so that they can take their health back, they can transform their wellness. And our motto is cleanses, coaching, culinary, community. And so for me, I am very passionate about really supporting people on their wellness journey. And I do that as people transition to eating plant based foods because we know that eating plant based changes lives. It just does. Plants are amazing, they're dope. And that's what I'm here to share with people. That's what I'm here to do. That's my ministry. What else you want me to say, Helen? Is that it?
So first of all, I'm gonna brag a little bit about you. So the first thing is the reason Chef B is here today is because of two things. The first one is the wonderful relationship that we have. The
Yes.
crazy thing is I don't even know that we've been in each other's presence
We've never
physically,
met
but
physically.
our energy sort of captivated each other from the very beginning. We started on a journey at the beginning of the pandemic of me wanting to get my wellness back and my taking my wellness back. So my journey with Chef B has been from afar, but the difference has been incredible.
Wow.
Just going from or going to, let's say, a plant-based primary diet where literally if it were not for her delivering such incredible meals that helped me to not have to make a choice. My choices were made. They were in the refrigerator. um, she comes on Sunday religiously with a beautiful bag and brings the food that I've chosen for the week. And it's just not the food arriving, it's the way in which she cares for you. And I've said this in a little review. It's I feel like I have my own personal coach. It's like my own personal wellness person who's going to say, "Hey Helen, get your order in, take care of yourself, do the right thing, eat as much as you can from a plant-based selection." And so I did that for many months, and that's how I met um, Chef B. Now, the exciting part beyond the fact that I get the food is that she will be a part of our retreat, and
Yes.
that brings me such joy. So September 24th through the 26th is the Refresh Experience Retreat, and we are going to be honored to have Chef B there. What are you going to be doing? What are you coming to do?
So actually, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing people how to use plant-based foods. Very simple. I'm all about simple because I think that we've really shifted as a culture away from cooking and preparing our own foods. And people have it in their mind that it's challenging. So if it's beyond 30 minutes, it's hard, right? So we're going to keep it really simple. But then the other passion of mine is essential oils. For people who follow what I do, they know that I have been using essential oils in plant-based foods, high quality, high grade essential oils in plant-based foods. And we're going to be showing people how to incorporate some beautiful essential oils into some simple recipes just it's going to elevate the food, the flavor, the experience, all of that good stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing.
So I'm excited about that because before I met Chef Beee, the Refresh Experience is a very, very, very good friend of doTERRA oils. It has been a part of our existence since we started some 5-6 years ago. So to be able to incorporate and marry and see how we're going to be able to take doTERRA to another level, to another place in our lives, which is in food, is really exciting to me.
Yeah.
So talk about the demonstration and what are some of the things. I like the way you talk about simple, because we all want simple in our lives, because if it's not right now, our minds are on overwhelm and nothing we do is like simple. So tell me one thing that you hope that when you're with us that you'll be able to share, one recipe, one thought, one important tip that you want us to take away.
So I think my biggest message right now is eating in seasons. And so really the business that I have created is around wellness, but I like to say wellness in seasons. And the reason why I say that is because our bodies need something different in different seasons. And so if you really listen to your body, if you really listen to just what you need, you find that you aren't as hungry in the summer because it's hot, it's humid, you want more water. You're still hungry, but you're thirsty. So you're eating foods that have a lot more water content. So the watermelons, the cantaloupes, those are available in the summer. You find that in the winter, the fall, you want foods that are a lot more comforting, more warming foods. And so the biggest takeaway is eating in season and being really intentional about the foods that you're picking up. Because what happens is as you eat in season, the good thing is if you're eating, like if we're in the South, right? So we are very fortunate that there are a ton of local farmers, urban farmers. You can actually go to different markets and connect with farmers. So you can get produce that was grown yesterday, picked yesterday, and you're eating it today. That's number one. Number two, the nutrient density of foods that are eaten within season are a lot more elevated, higher. And why? Because your body needs it, but you're getting what you need for the season. So the figs, the apples, the boo berries, all of those things are actually available now. There's a reason why they're available now. Someone once told me like figs are actually good for deworming the body, for example.
Wow.
So it's good for deworming the body, right? And so if you think about when those are available, it's around this time of year when kids are going back to school. So you feed them things like figs, blueberries that have is high in antioxidants. Is going to boost their immune system, right? Boost your immune system. That's when people are going back out to work, right? That's not just happened. That's happened for decades and decades. That's usually the time period when we start to kind of go back out there in the community, start working, we stop traveling as much. We're in closed spaces. And so the natural sort of, oh gosh, chemistry or what's the word I'm looking for? The coding of the food is to support us in season. And so that's probably the biggest message that I want people to be mindful of, being intentional about the foods that they're eating and really picking up foods that are in season that's going to support your wellness.
I love that. I love that. I so love that. And I think that I can remember as a young girl in New Jersey loving tomatoes in such a way that I have not felt that way about tomatoes. For some reason, for me, a tomato is only grown in New Jersey. And they just tasted so good and they tasted so different. And I remember in the summer months, we would do all kinds of things with tomatoes. My just the thought of that. And you're talking about eating in season. If you think back to your own childhood of what were the things that really, like just made you so excited to have, whether it was watermelon or whether or not it was peaches. Like here right now, peaches are really big, and someone did a special recipe with peaches. So it's
Mm.
really also the joy that's attached to
Oh
food,
yeah, I
and
think that's
and
good. Yeah.
eating plant-based can have joy as well. And I think we don't really think about that very often. So
Yeah.
speak to that about the joy of plant-based eating.
So I love what you said about remembering,
Yeah.
remembering foods from our earlier selves. And for me, I'm from Guyana. So that's my background. I'm from Guyana. I grew up in Brooklyn. And even though I was in Brooklyn, Brooklyn is very much Caribbean, Africa, Puerto Rico. It's a melting pot. And I mean, I'm just naming a handful. India, Pakistan. It's all these different places melted into one spot. So although I lived in Brooklyn, I was not in Guyana. It didn't feel like I wasn't in Guyana, right? Now, this whole idea of eating in seasons wasn't really as prominent for me there because we weren't around farms. It was cold, all of that. So the foods that I really enjoy were like street foods that reminded us of Guyana. So things like certain kinds of fruits like mangoes,
Oh yeah.
and not the big ones. Like when I went to Cuba and somebody Ghana, they had these huge mangoes. I did not know those existed. They were smaller mangoes. They were yellow. They looked like very kind of flat, but very sweet. That's one of my favorite fruits. Mangoes, tamarinds, right? Sour. I don't know if you've ever seen a tamarind. It's this long. It looks like
I
a
have.
pod,
I
like a
have.
pea. It looks.
Yeah.
Just imagine
Yeah.
like a pea, but it's
Yeah.
not. And it's long, and it has all of these seeds. And when you open it up, there's this sticky, gooey substance in between the seeds that can be either sour or sweet. Now, what people tend to do is they scoop it all out and they add a little bit of sugar to it. And they roll everything up and then you kind of suck on that and eat on that. It's so good. That's something that I loved. Currants instead of raisins. We grew up on currants. Um, Another one is something called guinups. Guinups, they look like grapes, but they are native to the Caribbean. So you find them in Trinidad and Guyana. I even found some in Belize when I was there recently. Those just make me feel so good. It just makes me smile. It makes me remember being in Brooklyn. I felt healthy, like we didn't do a lot of fast food in our house. My mom wasn't even thinking about fast food. Like if you actually ate out, it might have been once every 4 months or so. We cooked every day. We cooked every day. And really that's where my love for cooking came because we cooked all the time. My mom worked. I was in the house, I was managing food, and my mother would call me and give me tutorials on how to eat, how to make food,
Wow.
how to prepare certain things, how to sort of thaw off the fish, how to thaw off the chicken, what to do next. And so I also remember on Sundays calling different family members and we had conversations on the phone around the food. Yo, what you cooking today? I'm making soup. Oh, wow, you're making soup. Okay. I'm making this, I'm making that. And just engaging in dialogue with family members, checking in while cooking in the kitchen.
That's
And so,
beautiful.
yeah, I love it. And so for me, just it's so interesting. Like, I do this food business now, right? And all of my friends, all of them, from as early as I could remember, being in college, going to friends' house, spring break, I was always the person cooking food,
Wow.
introducing them to something different. Even when I came home from school, my mama was making me cook. I'm like, you supposed to be making stuff for me. She got me making stuff for her, So I've always been steeped in this tradition of food preparation and community and just sharing what I know about food with others. And I know that brings me joy as well.
I'm so excited to really have that passion in our just in the retreat, to have that joy to be able to hear someone talk so lovingly about what it is that they do and how those memories can come
Yes.
forward, and to do that for our audience. I mean, for our community to be able to think back to what is your food experience that just brings you the greatest joy. For
Oh,
mine, it was
yes.
easy to call up the tomato. And even as I'm talking to you, Chef B, I can even see, because they say you start a meal with your eyes. It's like you see the food first. You have to see the food, and you have to have that kind of visual relationship. And then it's, of course, the other senses that you take in. But just when you were talking about, your memories, I saw bright visual food, great colors,
Mm-hmm.
mangoes, and different fruit of different colors and origins. And that's the kind of passion and love and feeling that we want those who come to the retreat to really instill in themselves for plant-based eating. And so that's I'm can't wait till everyone gets an opportunity to be in your presence and hear about that. Now tell me about the cookbook, because someone's going to
Yes.
be a lucky somebody, because we're going to be given
Yes.
signed autographed cookbooks from Chef Beee. So tell me about that. How'd that all get going?
Oh my goodness. All right. So I have been an essential oil specialist, educator for almost 7 years now with doTERRA. And I recall when I first, because doTERRA is a fairly young company. And so I've been there, part of that process for some time. And I do remember when I started learning more about these essential oils, I was so amazed. I was like, wow, all I knew was fragrance oils. You go to the little Muslim shop, get the fragrance oils, and that's it. But I'm like, what? I can cook with this? This is amazing. And I, at the time, was very much into raw food. I'm still into raw food, but just really bringing that to the forefront as a tool for people who are healing. Instead of cooking their food, they're eating raw food. And to me, the marriage of essential oils and raw food just made so much sense, because you really aren't heating the food up past a certain temperature. And so you're able to really capitalize on the essential oil. So once I got hold of this, I was like, man, looking for information around preparing foods with essential oils. Nothing really out there. So the educator that I am, I was like, you know what? I got to create it because it's not out there. So I actually started doing these classes. So like dinner parties at a restaurant. So you would have this essential oil meal experience, 3-course meal. You
Wow.
come, you get the essential oil class, and on each course, you're tasting these different essential oils in the food. And you're like, what in the world? So someone out in California who's part of doTERRA reached out to me. She was like, I see what you're doing. I want you to come out here and I want you to train some folks on how to do this. And when I went out, there's 25 women, beautiful experience, beautiful experience. I was like, oh my gosh, they were so clueless on plant-based foods. I'm like, wait a minute, this is California. California is
Right.
supposed to be the place where everyone's super healthy, but they were still very much meat eaters, right? And I remember having that moment, that cathartic moment, heading back to Atlanta. I'm on the plane. I said, this is a book. This is a cookbook. There are folks out there who need to figure out how to bring this stuff together. It's nothing out there like this. I'm going to bring it to market. So I began the process of coming up with this culinary book, this cookbook. But the twist is you would basically have recipes infused with essential oils. So
That's
all
awesome.
plant-based foods, but all of the recipes are infused with essential oils, simple essential oils, high quality essential oils. And it's been amazing. So it's been very successful. And the other reason why I did this is because I know that when people are thinking about essential oils, they're usually thinking about aromatherapy, the topical use, diffusing it, but no one's really thinking about essential oils in food preparation. So I wanted to give folks who were using oils another use of their oils. So they're just not sitting on their shelves. And so
Awesome. I'll be able
let
to bring all my oils and find out what to do.
Yeah, so Let Plants Nourish You was born. So Let Plants Nourish You, which is the name of the cookbook, was published in 2018, and we're still going strong. And I actually do classes around those recipes so that people can learn how to use those recipes in their everyday cooking.
Okay, so now we got the full scoop. So let me tell you what's going to be going on.
Yes.
Chef Bee will be doing a cooking demonstration. It will be so that you see her prepare the meals. So it's really for your taking in what it is that she's going to be sharing with you through her demonstration. So it's going to be outdoors at the Marietta Conference Center. We can't wait on Friday. And we're going to have some surprises. And one of the surprises will be for, we won't know who until you get there. So you're going to have to make plans to be there. You will get an autographed cookbook. You will also be in the presence of Chef Bee, and that in and of itself is worth coming to this retreat, just to have that experience, just to give your body a shift, just to turn yourself around and to really think about your wellness, your health, your nurturing, how you're nurturing your body from the perspective of plant-based. So Chef Bee, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. My team is like overjoyed. Sharon and Alex are like, woo, Chef Bee, we finally got this going on. So if you're thinking about the retreat and Chef Bee is your claim to fame, then join us on the 24th through the 26th. There'll be more information on our website. We have our landing pages at Refresh EXP. You'll be able to join us then. And if you are a follower and you are a Chef Bee lover and you see this or hear this, do come and see what the whole Refresh experience is like, and how I believe, my belief, and I know this for sure, is that Chef Bee is going to be one of the new highlights of the addition to our Refresh community retreat. So thank you today for being here. I told you I'm going to order my food this week. So I'm looking forward to the menu that you have created for this week. And thank you for taking time today to be with us.
Yes, thank you so much.
So grateful, so grateful, so grateful. You're awesome. Awesome. So check her out. Tell us where we can find you on social.
Sure. So for those of you who are listening, can I also tell them about the reset, the palette reset? Are you okay
Absolutely,
with that?
especially because the theme of, you see that word behind
I saw
you,
reset. Yes.
So when she scared me to death about this palette thing, but it really is innocent. Let's hear all about it. Come on, Chef Bee, bring it.
Yes. So one of the things that we are really focused on these days is helping people to cleanse and helping people to get a new start on their wellness journey to transition into plant-based foods or just healthier eating. So we have something called the palette reset. The palette reset is an opportunity for you. It's a 10-day cleanse. It's an opportunity for you to pour into yourself for 10 days and to learn how to make some very simple plant-based recipes that are going to help to cleanse the body, heal your body, and get you ready for your next, whatever your next is. The cool thing about the reset is you get a lot of goodies. I basically send you out a beautiful kit that has all sorts of wonderful things that's going to support you, tools that are going to support you on your cleansing journey. And then you also get a community of people who are doing the same things you're doing, and that's going to help you to kind of stay on track over that 10-day period. We have 2 resets that are coming up. One is on September, it's right in alignment with when you have the refresh experience, the 20th to the 29th of September. That's the first one. And then the second round is October, 11th to the 19th. I think it's the 20th to the 29th. I'm sorry, y'all. I think that's it. So you can always go to the website, which is chefbee.com, ChefBee, and that's for Be Empowered, Energized, and Engaged. That's what those E stand for. And when you jump on the site, you'll see the palette reset, and you can check it out for yourself. Very much in alignment with this work that Helen and her team are doing around just giving women another perspective on healing, resetting their body, self-care, all of that. And we all need to cleanse. We all need to cleanse all the time.
It's about time. Maybe that'll be my reset. Like right after the retreat, maybe a group of us will engage in the reset and we'll do it together. And that so we can talk about that. That would be amazing. So let's talk more about that. And then at the retreat, we can all decide to hold ourselves accountable as our own refresh group to do the reset with Chef Bee. I like that.
That sounds
Then I'll be
great.
doing it with friends in the community, and then we'll all be
Yes.
getting ourselves healthy
Yes.
and renewed and reset as we are talking about in the retreat. Thank you so much. This has been wonderful.
Yeah, so
Such good thing.
chefbee.com. You can also check me out on Instagram. I am Chef Bee with 3 E's. You can look for me on YouTube, Essentially Chef Bee, Facebook, Essentially Chef Bee. But chefbee.com is really where you can find everything that I offer. So I'm so glad that you gave me the opportunity to come here today and chat with you. I'm really
Thank
looking
you.
forward to the retreat. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We're looking forward to the reset at the Refresh Retreat with Chef Bee. Thank you so much for joining us today on this live. And to the Refresh community, join us. Talk to you soon. Bye, Chef Bee.
Bye. Take care. See you later.
Okay, you too.
Peace.
Peace.